Hey guys, happy Tuesday, Thursday, the other T day. I am so freaking proud of you guys. We are only on day 4 of this group and you guys are blowing it up. I hope that so far this week, I hope that you feel like something's happening. I hope you feel like your business is finally moving, like you're finally getting it. I hope you've got that excitement and that fire that comes when you're just like, I got this. I think I can do this. And I hope that the last few days have given you some confidence in yourself and your ability to grow this business to what you ultimately dream of it being. And I hope that you are at a point where you're like fired up to turn it up and just bust it out because you're learning everything you need to know and you're implementing it. And I'm so freaking proud of you guys. We have been talking in our leader thread about how amazing this group has been. It's day 4 and we are just like mind blown at how hard you guys are working. We're so flippin' proud of you. So don't stop here, okay? Do not stop here and say, well, that was a great week. No, this is where you say, I'm not going back. I am going to continue pushing just like I've been doing all week. Or maybe if you've kind of just been a fly on the wall and you're not actually pushing with us, what are you waiting for? Jump in and swim. Let's do this together. We have prepared some incredible content. It's totally got me fired up in my own business and reminding me of all the things I need to be doing that I've been slacking on. You guys are going to love every bit of this group. We have some amazing stuff planned. I can't even tell you. I'm so excited. So our whole purpose in this group is to help you increase your income. Yeah? Throw me some hearts or something if you're alive and you actually want to have a greater income from this business. Because ultimately, our job is about helping people. We serve our challengers, our coaches, and our whole focus, everything we do every day is focused on finding more people to serve, on building friendships and coming to a place where people trust us enough to allow us to help them, right? But when we are doing something that requires so much effort, we are giving so much of ourselves, you have to get something back. You have to get something back or you'll dry up and you'll disappear. You just will not be able to sustain the level of service that we give without something to fill you back up. And income is one of those somethings. Income is one of those things that is going to continue to drive you forward. It's going to help you justify the time that this takes away from the rest of your life. And it's going to help you invest in further tools that will make it so this doesn't have to take over your life. So keep going. Don't let any kind of fear over income stop you, because there's nothing wrong with wanting more money. There's nothing wrong with big dreams. Money's not a dirty thing. Money is simply currency. It's simply a tool that we use to improve our lives and to improve others' lives. And I can bet every one of you, if you had endless amounts of money at your fingertips, you would be out there serving even more. You would be out there donating to your favorite charities and offering service in different ways. So it is your moral and ethical obligation to increase your income and to succeed in your life, because that allows you to have a greater impact on the lives of those around you. Okay, that's Lil Grant Cardone coming at you. So now that we've conquered that, before we dive into this, one thing I wanted to mention, yesterday you guys learned about jab, 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 right hook. A lot of you already know, but sometimes it's nice to have a refresher. And you were assigned to post a right hook post, which is a direct call to action. If you have not yet posted a screenshot of your post on yesterday's check-in, please go do it as soon as we get off this call. Remember, when we get to Sunday night, anyone who's not with us, anyone who's not checking in, we will remove you from the group. And it's not because we don't love you, but it's because we are building on all of these concepts. And if you're not doing them, you're going to get lost and it's overwhelming, and we're going to stick with the people who are really running. Okay. So make sure if you did the assignment each day, make sure that you checked in on the post. Okay. Homework number 1. Number 2, I noticed a lot of you had some amazing posts yesterday, but I did notice that a lot of you are posting it in Instagram and then allowing Instagram to share it to Facebook for you. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know that it's nice and easy to click that little button and then it's done. But when Instagram posts to Facebook for you, Facebook doesn't like it, which is dumb because they're the same company. But Facebook doesn't like it, and that's going to jack up your algorithm on Facebook. No one sees your post. If you share a post from an app, from Instagram, from anywhere other than organically posting it directly into Facebook, Facebook is going to hide it and no one's going to see your post. So if you're like, man, what the heck? I usually have great engagement on Facebook. Why isn't anyone seeing my crap? That's why. So instead of clicking that easy little button to have your Instagram post also go to Facebook, just copy the text right before you hit post on Instagram, okay? Make a copy of all your text, click post, head over to Facebook, add your picture, add your text, and post. And Facebook is going to like you a whole lot more, and they're going to show your stuff to a lot more people, okay? Just a little reminder, some of you may know that, but maybe you forgot, but I know a lot of new coaches don't realize that that's going to mess up their algorithm. So I want to make sure you guys get that. Okay, so I am going to turn this screen around and we're going to get this show on the road. We're going to see if I can keep this on a stand so that I'm not wobbling all over. Back it out a little bit. Well, we'll see how this works. Okay, so this is your home screen, right? On when you log into your back office. If you don't know yet how to log into your back office, you need to jump into the New Coach University next week and get some refreshers because this is pretty basic and you need to know how to access all of this information. I'm still trying to get this. Does that look okay, you guys? No one is talking to me. So somebody needs to act like you like me and give me a heart and tell me if you can somewhat see my computer screen. Nothing. You guys are quiet. Why is it not telling me what you're saying? Something tells me that this is screwy. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and hope that you guys are getting this. When you're on your home screen, one of the first things that I want you to learn how to do is how to read your income report, okay? I want you to understand not just how much money am I getting next week, but I want you to understand where that money's coming from. That's super important because you need to realize the correlation between how much of this is from my direct work, my commissions, my customers, and how much of this is residual from customers who are remaining on Shakeology, how much of this is from my team, how much of my income is coming from the work that my team is doing, because it's just really important to see what is growing your income the most. And I can promise you it's not going to be commissions. Your income is never going to grow beyond a nice little slush fund from your commissions. You have to focus on that residual income and that team volume if you really want to change your income. And I think I'm going to have to move this closer to be able to see some crap. You guys are still so quiet. I hope, maybe I need to check. I legit have not even seen a single heart. So I'm going to check. Bear with me for just a second. I need to make sure you guys are getting this crap. All right, well, I'm in the right group. Yay, it works. I don't know. Okay, I can't see it, you guys. So I might switch over here a couple of times to check your questions. Are there any questions yet? Yeah, dang it. It's not showing me any of your stuff. Urgh. Okay. Back to the coach office. So the first thing we're going to look at is your income. And if you go over here, I'm just going to do this. You guys will have to deal with the wiggle. We're going to click on earnings. Pretty straightforward, right? So this is going to give you a very, very basic, this is so annoying. This is going to give you a very basic view of your current week, okay? This is going to tell you what bonus period you're on. Basically, that's the week. And it says WE, that means Wednesday, because it's the week ending on Wednesday, 4/25. okay? I know that our weeks are a little confusing because we go from Thursday to Wednesday, so understanding how to read that timeline really helps. So the week ending Wednesday, 4/25. This is going to give you your year total, your total lifetime earnings. Those are fun to watch. Now, we go through retail commission. So retail commission is what you are earning directly from your customers, okay? This is your commission on challenge packs, BOD subscriptions, well, not even BOD subscriptions, challenge packs, cleanses, beach bars from your customers, not your coaches, okay? Next up, we have subscription commission. So this is your BOD subscriptions. This is when people stay on BOD or get on BOD for the first time. Remember, you get a little bit higher commission on those subscriptions. I believe it's still at 40%, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we have the team bonus. This is the one we're going to focus on today. The matching bonus is something you probably won't be seeing yet. This is something that comes as your team starts earning team bonuses. The fast start bonus, that's where you're going to see your commission from signing up a new coach, okay? So when you sign up a new coach with a challenge pack, that $50 or whatever commission on that challenge pack, it just shows up here as a fast start bonus. You get the same amount, they just call it something different because they were a coach. And I don't even know what the Fast Start Plus bonus is. Oh yeah. So if you get 5 new coaches signed up in a 5-week period, then you get $100, I think. So those are, you know, that's something fun to watch for, but it's not what we're focused on today. So now we're going to go back to this team bonus, and I want you to recognize the fact that you can click on any one of these amounts and it's going to open up a new report. And of course there's a system error, of course. So we're going to go back and we're going to go, if you look right here, hold on, I'm going to go back through the home screen so that you guys don't get lost. Because I know we have a lot of newer coaches who don't know any of this. Those of you who've been around for a while and can navigate the back office a little bit better, bear with us. But I want to make sure everyone is on the same page. Okay, so that link didn't work. So instead, I'm going to go right here, and you guys can't see that. Boop. Right up here in this top corner, it's got my earnings and commissions. That's the report I want, okay? So earnings and commissions, it's still showing us the current week, and it's going to show you your total payout amount. What we're going to do is we're going to click right here and view all weeks. And that is going to expand your report. Hopefully we don't get, yay, it worked. It worked, okay? So now you're seeing all of your paychecks, okay? If you see this payout date, okay, if that's blank, that means that you've earned the amount shown on the line, but it hasn't been paid out yet because you know our earnings are delayed a week. So today we found out what we earned last week and we get paid for that next week. There's just a 1-week delay on that. So this payout date is going to be whatever, May 3rd, okay? And that'll pop up as soon as you get paid for that next week. So we're gonna look at one of these and see if it will open up. I'm gonna look at a specific week. I'm gonna run and check your questions while that's loading. Any questions, you guys? Okay, I don't see anything. Okay, so this is where it gives you your breakdown for that current week paycheck, and we're gonna try this one more time. Click on that amount for the team bonus. Remember, we're gonna dissect what a team bonus looks like. Haha, it worked. Now, this is a lot of lingo, you guys. It's a lot of lingo, okay? We're gonna zoom in here. So the cycle date, that's the same thing we talked about, right? That's the week ending 3/28. That's what that means. The date on any of your payments, any of your earnings checks, whatever, any of your rank advancements, those dates are always the Wednesday at the end of the week, okay? So you can see that this pay period had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cycles, I think. Okay. Now that's going to show you bonus points just means dollars. I don't know why they have to call it bonus points. 18 bucks for every cycle is what I earn. Once you hit diamond, you earn $18 for every cycle for the rest of your coach life, okay? It doesn't ever go up from 18, but at emerald, you earn 14, so it's not that big of a difference. But it does add up, you're gonna see. So lifetime cycles, you don't need to worry about that right now. What we're gonna look at right here, what do I wanna look at? Trying to decide the best place to focus here. I'm gonna have to zoom out to see all this. Okay, so let's just look at this top line, okay? So my left volume used was 100 because my left is my week. Right volume used was 200. So that's how you get a cycle, right? You take 200 volume from your weak leg or from your strong leg and 100 from your weak leg. Carryover. This is something that Jessica talked about on Monday. I want to make sure you guys understand this. So if you have 110 volume on your weak leg and 215 volume on your strong leg, it's going to pull the 200 and the 100 and create a cycle and pay you for that. But you still have left over 10 on your weak leg and 15 on your strong leg. That doesn't just disappear because you didn't have enough for another cycle. That gets banked. They call it carryover, okay? So that is saved until your next cycle, and it all just kind of adds up, and when you have enough volume to be able to use it, then you'll get paid on it, okay? So you can see right here, my strong leg carryover is pretty high. I know coaches who have a lot more, but I have 85,000 volume points that are just sitting there waiting for my weak leg to catch up, okay? So you can see right here, I had 103 volume on my left leg, and I only used 100. So 3 of that went into carryover, okay? Does that make sense? I had 103. For a cycle, I needed 100, so 3 went into my carryover bank. Same thing right here. My right volume was 85,990. I needed 200, so the remainder went into my carryover bank. Okay, does that make sense? Now, you don't have to look at this every week, necessarily. What I want you to know is how many times you're cycling. That's what you need to know, is how many times are you cycling, because that is going to become eventually the bulk of your income, okay? Eventually, those cycles are going to be where your money comes from. So it's just good to kind of keep an eye on that. It helps you to see... The other thing that you want to keep an eye on is, you know, how is your volume comparing from left to right? Is your weak leg suddenly becoming your strong? So we're going to look at another report here. If you go to monitor my business, and then you go over here to compensation and go to, I think I want to look at team volume. I knew the old back office a lot better. I'm still learning the new back office. Okay, yes, so this is a really simple, I'm just going to come off the stand again. So this is just your basic team volume by week, okay? Each week is one line. So you can see your total PV. You need to know your PV, okay? We know that to be an active coach, you need 50 PV. To earn Success Club, you need 90 PV, that's HD, so that's Shakeology or Performance or something like that. And then it's just good to know that your PV is growing because that is going to impact your income. But here is the breakdown. Okay, so left volume, right volume. The top one is really small because that's only today, because we just reset. It resets every Thursday morning. So if we look at that second line, I ended last week. My weak leg had 1,300. My strong leg had 1,900. Now, typically, you want to aim for keeping your legs equal. That's what Micah has always told me. There's different strategies, but she says if you keep your legs somewhere in the equal range, then you're always going to be using up your carryover volume and it'll just kind of flip back and forth. When they're calculating your cycle bonuses, your strong leg doesn't remain static. Your strong leg is determined by which leg has the most volume, okay? So if you get to a point where you don't have a lot of carryover volume on either side and your legs are pretty equal in volume, maybe they flip-flop from week to week, then they're just going to choose your strong leg based on which one has the most volume, and that's the one they're going to take 200 points from for a cycle. For me, you saw that I have that huge 85,000 point bank on my right leg. So my right leg is going to be my strong leg until my left leg uses up all of that. So that's just, it's confusing. You guys, do you have questions? I'm coming over to see what questions you have. Yeah, Molly, I'm totally building my left leg as much as possible. At the same time, I have to be aware of where I'm placing my builders, because I do need some builders on my strong leg in order to get the rank advancement that I want. But the majority of my new coaches are going on my weak leg. My husband is on my weak leg, and my second CBC is on my weak leg. So that everything that I put through my second CBC is adding to my weak leg volume. So are you guys kind of starting to see the strategy? Are you starting to understand how the volume works and how you can look at that and say, okay, I'm signing up a new coach. Where do I need to put her? You do have to take rank into consideration. So if you're building for diamond, you don't want to put 8 coaches on your weak leg just trying to get that volume up, because you still need to have 4 coaches on your strong leg. But there's a lot of times when you're like, well, I'm already diamond. I have, you know, I'm just adding cushion and I'm just adding coaches waiting for someone to run and grow some diamonds of my own. That's when you start looking at, okay, I have some flexibility. Can I put them on my weak leg or my strong leg? And that's where you start looking at your volume. Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions yet? Yeah, Maggie, seeing it week to week really, for me, it really clarifies how I'm doing. And if I'm like, oh man, my paycheck's really small this week, what's going on? When I go and break it down, I'm like, okay, my team was quiet, I was quiet, it was just a slower week. And then it just makes sense and it just fits. And I don't feel quite so desperate, like, oh my gosh, why didn't I get a good paycheck? I understand where the money's coming from, and I understand what needs to be done in order to increase that volume and that income, okay? Okay, questions for real. I don't want to move on yet. You guys, I want to hear from you. So I want you to comment and just tell me you're good so far. Tell me you're good. Tell me you're good. Who's on? Jess is here. Jen, Erin, Caitlin, Bethany, Sarah, Cheyenne. Hey. All right. Are you guys good? I'm waiting for this. There's nothing coming. Okay. I'm going to assume you're good. If you need something, I don't know, text me. I wish this would have shown me your stuff on my phone. So that's how we look at volume. Remember, you can look at your earnings. Oh, you're not seeing what I'm looking at. You can look at your earnings report. That's going to show you your paychecks from week to week. And if you click on that team cycle bonus amount, then it's going to break down what your cycles were for this paycheck, okay? If you click on volume, this is another way to get to that volume. I showed you how to get there from Monitor My Business. But if you click on volume, it gives you just a really simple view of this week's volume, okay? So this is current right now, okay? So I don't have anything on my right leg yet. My left leg's at 218. My left leg has 60 points banked, so my total there is 278. So I almost have enough already for 3 cycles, right? So you can just kind of keep an eye on that. You just click on volume on your homepage and keep an eye on where your volume is at right now. So if you're like, you know, I could use another 20 bucks this week, then get a couple hundred extra volume points, and that's going to go on to your paycheck. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going back to see if we have any questions. Jess, Cozy, Aaron, if you guys are on, do you have anything else you want me to add? I'm back. Still can't see any comments, so I'm going here. Okay, you guys are good. You guys are good. Okay, cool. If you guys have questions about this, just keep posting on this video. We're watching for your comments and questions. Tag your coach to make sure that one of us sees it. My hair is craziness. So as you guys are learning this and then implementing it, and you're going and trying to figure it out on your own in your own reports, if you get stuck, if you get confused, just ask us. Send a screenshot. Or if you don't mind sharing with everyone, post a screenshot in the comments and tag us and just say, help me decipher this. And then everyone can learn from it. But if you want to keep your earnings private, send it to your coach and we can help you understand what you're seeing. It's not something we want you to stress or obsess over, okay? Volume is one of those things that you kind of can control and you kind of can't. Like, you can't force anybody to order. It's no different than, you know, forcing one of your downline to go emerald. But when you have a constant idea of where you're at, and you know, like for me, example, I know I've got 85,000 points banked on my strong leg, so I know my focus needs to be on increasing my volume on my weak leg, and so that's where I'm putting my efforts, and it gives me focus so that I don't feel like I'm just randomly and aimlessly throwing people into my business. I'm very specific and very intentional about it. And every time I put a new coach there, I know that's going to increase my volume. So it's just understanding how it works, keeping an eye on where your volume's at. Hold on. And just watching it progress and understanding, you know, what your next step needs to be. It gives you some clarity as you build your business. So, couple of homework assignments for you today, okay? Number one, I want you to go do what we just did. I want you to look at your reports and look at your income report and your team cycles, okay? I want you to open up the dollar amount on team cycles. This is only for Emerald and above. If you're not Emerald yet, you don't get team cycles. That's the reason we wanted to push you to Emerald first thing in this group, because you need to start getting that residual income, okay? So for Emerald and above, I want you to open up your income report. I want you to click on that dollar amount for your team cycles. If you didn't get any this week, but you've been Emerald for a while, go to a week that did have some team cycles just so that you can see it in action, okay? And then I want you to look at your volume report. So from that home screen, just click on volume, and I want you to see what your volume is currently right now. It's gonna be low. It's Thursday morning, okay? You saw mine was like nothing. So don't freak out if you see 2 zeros or if it's 0 and like 10 points or something. I don't know. But I want you to see it. I want you to know how to find it. And I want you to report here. I want you to come back and comment and tell me, what is your right and left volume at right now? Right and left volume. And then I want to know how many cycles you were paid for this week, or you will be paid for. You don't have to tell us dollar amounts. It's not a big deal. I just want to know how many team cycles you have showing on your earnings report for this week, okay? So that's assignment number one. I want you to report. I want to hear from you what's your volume at and how many cycles. Assignment number two. This is work for today, okay? It's time for an invite blitz. It's time to make one last push for Success Club 10, new coaches, whatever your current goal is. Yesterday, day before yesterday, Tuesday, we had you connecting 100 connects. Hopefully you also did some connections yesterday, but Tuesday was like a mass connect day, right? Yesterday, Cozy had you do a right hook post, call to action. Now, today, it's time for you to go and invite. So if you have people who commented on your call to action that you still need to message them. That counts as an invite. If you have people who liked your call to action but didn't comment, go message them and just say, hey, I just wanted to thank you for the love on my post yesterday. Want you to know I see it and I appreciate it. Are you interested in whatever group you posted about? Or were you just sharing the love? Either way, I'm super grateful. I would love to work with you if you're interested. It's not weird. It's genuine. You are grateful for their support, but you would love to work with them. There's nothing shady about it, so get over that, okay? Anybody who's liked any of your fitness posts any of your healthy food posts, anything that's related to what you have to offer, if they're clicking like, they're watching. If you have not already invited them this month, go send them an invite, okay? And then get brave and go invite the people that you've been chit-chatting back and forth with forever, and you're like, she'd be so cute, but I'm scared to invite her. Now's the time. Now's the time. Go send those invites. Just be cool and just be like, hey, I just think you're awesome. I love chatting with you. I'd love to get to know you more. I really think you would make an amazing coach, and I'd love to work with you and offer this opportunity to you. Would you like to know more? Or, hey, I don't know where you're at with your fitness at the moment, but I've got this awesome boot camp starting up and I have a couple spots left, and I think you would be so rad to be in this group. That's a little bit of Erin coming out, if you recognize that. Your coaches, we've all given you scripts. You can ask for more scripts if you need them, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming, and it doesn't have to be scary. It's not. It's genuine desire to serve people. You know what this business and this coaching, this challenge group system has given to you and how it's blessed your life. Now it's time to go and offer to bless someone else's life. If they say no, that's on them. Not a big deal. The seed is planted, but you go and invite as many people as you can. Maggie, the first assignment, I want to hear what your current right and left volume is, and I want to hear how many cycles were on your paycheck this period, okay? So team cycles and right and left volume. Just comment on this video. And then invite blitz, and bonus, I will post about this in a minute. We're going to have a giveaway. We're going to have a prize. We're having a contest. So whoever invites the most people today will get a prize from us. But I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I don't know. So we're going to give you something cool. Whoever invites the most people, I will put up a post for you to add your numbers, how many people you're inviting, and let's just get out there. Let's be brave. Let's grow our businesses. If you went Emerald this week, congratulations. Go Emerald again. 2 more coaches, all of you. 2 coaches by Tuesday. Get brave. Go and invite them, and let's do this together. All right? Okay, we'll see you guys later. Have a good day.